Hi, my name is Rachel Geiser. I am double majoring in biochemistry and political science with a minor in Spanish as well. Some of my short-term goals are to graduate college, summa cum laude, which will be in May actually, to get into medical school, and to run a half marathon by the end of 2019. A long-term goal of mine is to establish a universal training system for ER physicians to recognize signs and red flags of human trafficking. I'm president of a club at ASU that raises awareness and dispels myths about human trafficking, and I feel that as a future physician, it's my responsibility to be able to recognize and support victims of human trafficking. We have had a lot of survivors of human trafficking come in and speak at our club, and all of them had gone to an ER at some point while they were victims of human trafficking. And so I think that if more physicians can recognize the signs and red flags, warning signs of human trafficking, that maybe more victims can be rescued out of trafficking at an earlier point. Something interesting about me is that I used to do competitive rock climbing all throughout high school, and when I was done competing myself, I coached high school students. I also work with high school students really frequently in my job. I work at the recruiting office at Barrett, the Honors College at ASU, as a recruiting assistant. I give tours, I talk with families of prospective students, I sit down with prospective students one-on-one, answer questions, help them with their transition from high school to college. I act as an ambassador for the university in that role. So I interact with a lot of prospective students who are usually seniors in high school, sometimes juniors. When I was 14, my mother was diagnosed with brain cancer, which happened to be right during the transition from middle school to high school. And that's something that's already a pretty challenging time for a lot of people. So her recent diagnosis definitely made that challenge even harder for me. I've always been very passionate about science, and I was lucky enough that when I was going through this challenge with my mother's health situation, I had a lot of teachers who were extra supportive of me, and specifically a lot of science teachers. They helped me study for AP tests in high school when I got to that point. They helped me improve grades in their own classes if I needed the extra help, and overall I felt very supported as a woman wanting to pursue medicine. So I want to be a part of Summer Scrubs because I feel that it's my responsibility now to share that empowerment those professors gave to me. So I want to empower current high school students to explore their passion for science. And whatever the reason may be behind why they're so passionate about science, I love being able to work with students younger than me and encouraging them and supporting them reach and letting them know that they can absolutely reach their goals. So I think that I should be selected to be a counselor for Summer Scrubs because the experience that I've had working with high school students, from coaching them in a sport to helping them in the transition from high school to college, to my own personal experience, I think would make me an excellent camp counselor. I was also in Girl Scouts for 8 years, and if there's anything I learned in Girl Scouts, it's how to put on an amazing camp.